everyone, this is Tyler with Legendary Vegan Art. Today I'm going to do another figure drawing session with the Croquis Cafe episode 169 video series. And the figure drawing, the first pose starts at 1:24, about 1 minute 24 seconds in on the video if you want to synchronize your video with mine or if you want to draw along. And I'm going to get it started in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're starting out with my 1 minute poses. I've got my Croquis Cafe template here. It said that this week they're focusing on poses with foreshortening, which is always an interesting subject to draw. Something I always need to work more on. So, like I said before, in these 1 minute poses, I really only try and understand the basic pose and the basic masses. I think I'm overdoing it here. There's some pretty good foreshortening on this calf here. It's always tricky to draw what you see and not what you think should be there. It's always a constant battle in your mind. Yeah, I think I'm doing these a little too tight. I need to work more on just understanding the pose of the figure a little better. Especially the head and the face. I always skimp out on that, if anything. So, okay. About enough for that, but that's what these 1 minute poses are. They're almost throwaway. Okay, let's do this a little nicer. Got a nice arch here that didn't come out very well. A nice upwards arch for the shoulders. Curvature of the spine here. Gonna try to go back to sort of overemphasizing things so I at least get the mood across. And here's the thigh coming forwards. The shin, and here's our foot. Let's see. Our other thigh. Other shin. It's an interesting pose. I like this a lot. I might come back to this one. There's no shame, there's no rules against, in these figure drawing videos, against going back to the ones you like and spending a lot more time on them. Just because they're timed, you don't have to pay attention. It's more fun if you play by your own rules. Let's get this face in, looking right at us. Get the neck. Nothing too interesting going on with the neck. Nothing too weird this time. A lot of interesting shapes can happen around the neck and the shoulders. It's another area I need to work on some more. Alright. Well, sometimes you think you're doing really well and they come together well in your mind's eye and you go back and look at them and you can't tell what you were going for. I guess that's a true test of how good your drawings actually were. But again, this is mostly practice. You don't have to show these to anyone if you don't want. Just for you, for your own practice and understanding, your own improvement. Get that head shape in. I had it going so well up until I tried to put the rest of the cranium in. Let's get this chest shape, sort of overlapping with the hips shape here. And I think I'm just going to do another action line for the thighs and the calf. Might have made that one too long, but we're stuck with it. There's no time to go back and edit in these 1 minutes. Alright, better. I like this. I think I'm going to put in balls or circles for the knees. That's a little more clear. And this arm's pretty simple here. There's a sort of stool she's leaning on. This line's pretty straight. This is a very cartoony trick I used just here of sort of angled lines against straight for visual contrast. Something you see a whole lot in animated cartoons, especially simpler ones, like Batman animated series, the Bruce Timm style. I got Bruce Timm on the brain because I was just reading a Modern Masters book, which is a long interview with him, talking about his various works. Again, Bruce Timm was an artist who did a lot of work on the DC animated universe, so the Justice League cartoons and the earlier Batman animated series and all that. Has that very distinctive angular look. Okay, I'm losing my focus here. I'm talking about cartoons when I should be talking about figure drawing. I like forcing myself to put this sort of S-curve into the thigh. It forces more interest, more interesting shapes. I messed up this foot though. Spoke too soon. One thing goes well, another thing kind of gets messed up. I don't know what I'm doing with this leg there. Let me undo that. You guys didn't see that. Let's see, we've got this hand coming in here, resting there. Hurry, hurry. Okay, well that's the... that's that. Didn't really come together too well. I think the last video the contrast wasn't quite high enough, so I've lightened the background. I don't like to have a bright white screen staring me in the face because I am working on a tablet monitor. And late at night, as it is, working on a bright white screen is a little uncomfortable. Also, working on toned gray lets you highlight with white, and I keep telling myself I'm going to do that more, but I don't do it much. Let's see, got a neck coming down here. So I'm going to build this one out a little blockier. Oh, that's coming out too far. This angle of the shoulders. Let's see, got our rib cage here. Leaning forward on this one. So let's try and overlap with the hips here. Got our thigh coming out here. And this coming there. I like this. Again, something I like now. Don't know how much I like it when I look at it after all this is said and done. And again, it's most important on these 1 minutes to just focus on the action line and the gesture and the expression of the pose rather than accuracy. Okay, that's the last of the 1 minutes. Zooming out a little, make my brush a little bigger. It's on the 2 minutes in just a sec. Grab some tea in the interim. Alright. I just noticed I've been drawing on the wrong layer. Oh well. It's not a problem, I don't go back and erase too much. Yeah, if I did, I'd be erasing the background. Oh well, let's jump up. And here we go. 2 minutes. A little longer. Actually, I might go with the finer line. Why is it dark now? I don't know. Oh. Well, that's odd. Whatever, we're going with it. So we've got a sitting pose here. These are fun to do. Don't know what that was supposed to be. Line of the neck, head, chin. Expression's very flat, so I don't want to look like her head's tilted up or down. I think I kind of got that in where it wasn't supposed to be. Let's angle the shoulders a little clearer. Rib cage coming down. Here we go. Oh, that's not right at all. This comes out further down here. That's what you get when you can't erase, kids. And sorry guys, I'm losing my train of thought, trying to just get everything accurate in here. And some pipes for the arms. Get some hands here. Okay, I think that's close to accurate where everything should be, but I'm about 10 or 20 seconds until the end, so I never know when I've messed up, you know, what to spend my time on. Well, let's figure out why my brush turned gray instead of blue. That'd be nice. Oh, I turned this on a multiply layer somehow. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, I get it. Okay, I should be drawing a third layer above all this. That's why. Sorry about these technical difficulties. Happens to us all. That's what I tell myself. Okay, so I'm going to use another technique here. Some people like to draw the torso and the hips as a sort of connected bean shape. This maybe wasn't the best time to do that because it's sort of facing us straight on. But always add a little visual interest on your own. Let's take a sort of line of the hips here. Sort of a sitting pose always makes the sort of the buttocks spread out a little more. It sounds weird. You know, separate here from the body a little more than you think it would. Let's bring this out even more. Like that. Better. And this knee overlaps. What else do we have? This elbow's right here. Lots of cool foreshortening going on. This arm goes like that. Neck's here. Let's see, there's our chin. How does this look? It's something like that. Her face looking up like this. Pretty cool. And get the shoulder coming up here. Whoopsie, this is way out of proportion. This arm coming down. What else are we doing? This arm, that arm. Yeah, this is out of proportion already. Oh well, let's pop in this leg. Pretend it all never happened. So we got our seat here. Not the most excuse me, not the most important thing I should be worrying about. Guess I could clean it up a little. This shoulder's coming out pretty far. It does not do that on the model. Oh well. Once again, I really need to practice this more often to dust out my mental cobwebs. I've been working on so many painting projects where my drawing is done early on, then I just worry about painting. I haven't done enough constructive drawing like this, or observational drawing either. Let's just pop in a skeleton. And what's our backbone doing here? Curving a bit like this. Our hips going this way. Okay, now we can rough this in, perhaps. Let's see, this arm overlaps here. Sorry, I'm jumping all around, drawing things wherever I feel like. Sometimes it's what you gotta do. This is one of those times. Pay a little more attention to the head and face this time. Sort of rough in her bangs. The shape of her hair really makes it look a lot more like whoever you're drawing when you do that. Even if you're the only one who can really see it properly. And let's get this shape in there. This shape here of the cloth over the stool she was sitting on. No hips and waist. Alright. Don't know what that was supposed to be. Get this arm. Oh, gotta hurry. Alright, get this line in the arm here. Sorry for hissing like that. Let's get this thigh. And going in the leg, going to the other thigh. Lots of stuff going on here. That's what makes it fun. Makes it interesting. Lots of overlaps here. There's the foot back here. Kind of overlapped my drawing area, but whatever. That's enough time for that. I think I've done enough damage. Alright, in our last 2 minutes. Okay, she's leaning way at the camera. This is gonna be fun. Oh, it's more of a lounge pose. I like that. Let's do this. Okay, so draw my basic action line. Got the body here. Torso's up here. Gotta rough this in so I don't go off the page again. Arms. Continue with that action line. Head. People like watching these. Just something I sort of threw together. Record my drawing process. A lot of people watched the last one. I appreciate that. So I must be doing something right. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. This line here, where the knee sort of pinches and the thigh and the calf meet, is always tricky for me to draw. It comes up in a lot of my pictures because that's just how I pose people a good amount of the time, and it always gives me trouble. Alright, I like how this is coming together. Let's get the arm in a little nicer here. Try and draw with darker lines to differentiate my new and my old work. And work on the head. Again, get the sort of mop of her bangs. Rest of her hair. Alright, and that's that. And it is time to hunker down for the 5-minute pose. And grab some more tea. Okay. What's going on with my pencil? I'm back on blue. Don't want to be there. Actually, yeah, I do. Okay. Need this to be a lot bigger. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's rough this in lightly. Here's our basic action line. Line of the shoulders comes down pretty far. Is angled very similarly to the back. Let's see. Hands come way down here. This one comes more up here. Let's see, how far does this knee come? Well, this one that's up here comes not even up to her chin. Other one's down here. Let's see if we can't rough in the neck. Oops, make our eraser bigger too. I don't think that's quite right. Something looks weird to me. Okie doke. Get this in and work on it. Okay. Gotta line a little finer. Work on these details. Okay. How much time do we have left? We're 1/4 of the way down, so you do the math. Let's get the bangs in. I want to get this in early. Make it look like something. Okay. This is figure drawing, not hair drawing, so I'm not going to spend too long on that, but really wanted something here. And can't see the far line of her neck, but you can see her shoulder here. Let's see, her back's coming down here. This arm. I always worry when I go in for these details that I'll draw them at the wrong scale. There's ways to avoid that, but I'm rushing ahead to get something done in 5 minutes. Not going to worry too much about the hands. I always have to remind myself to draw a sort of curvature to the spread of the fingertips. Otherwise it comes out looking far too flat. And also to angle the thumb and pinky a little more. Use that curvature to the fingers here. Alright, moving on. You have to use a lot of landmarks and sort of visual signposting just to make sure you put everything in the right place in these highly foreshortened pictures. And they're fun to do, but require constant vigilance so you don't go completely haywire. And if I could, I'd be standing up and taking a step back from my picture frequently to make sure things still look okay. But I can't quite do that. I could zoom out, but I just need to rush ahead and get something done. I'm running out of time. I can get a decent foot shape in here if I try, if I don't blow it. Let's bring this in a little more. And there's another foot shape tucked under here. How far did this go? Well, pretty far. Don't know how good that looks. I overshot my construction lines for these thighs, but it happens. No, this is coming together better than I feared it might. for such a out there pose. Alright, what else can we do? I like this a lot. I'm just going to clean up some of these lines. I'm actually quite happy with this. Hope I stay happy. Alright, pencil. Any more subtle lines I can mark in here in my remaining moments? Clean up this foot. This comes down further. Better. It's time to clean this one up too. That's one of those things where I'm drawing what I think should be there instead of what actually looks there. In this area here is a lot narrower than you might think. Yeah. So just gotta draw what's actually there. Not get too caught up in my preconceived notions. Okay, I think that's a pretty good 5-minute sketch I just slammed out. And is that time? Yep, that's time. Well, thank you again for joining for Croquis Cafe figure drawing. Let me know if you liked this. Let's zoom out, take a look at all these. Actually, I'm pretty zoomed out on these anyway. Let's do a quick post-mortem on these. Well, yeah, I can see what I'm going for here. Then again, I drew them. So, tell me what you guys think of these videos. I enjoy doing them, and I always need to practice figure drawing more. Let me know if you do these Croquis Cafes and show me your results, your page like this. If you have something like it, I'd be pleased to see it. And I'll be back later with more art videos. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Doing miniature painting, figure drawing, portrait painting, all kinds of things. And until next video, keep it vegan. Bye guys.